Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia looking very confident right now. They're a team that no one wants to face right now. With just one loss in the last 10 games, they'll be tough to beat. Fellas, it is always fun to watch Ben Simmons. The combination of size, speed, ball handling, passing. Shaq, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on.
Dun, 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 dun. He and the Greek Freak are a big part of this league's future. Having playmakers that size is a huge advantage.
You know, I'm curious to watch his jump shot develop. Simmons is taking the point forward distinction to a whole nother level.
And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Go get him, man.
Everyone is in their seats here at the Wells Fargo Center as the 76ers look to grab a win here in Philadelphia. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with us, basketball expert and former late-night comedy writer. A lot of people don't know this, Bill Simmons.
Yeah, as soon as I left, Kimmel's show took off, so I think I was the reason.
You built the foundation for it, let's be honest.
I was there for the early years.
You said it was a very influential time in your life, a very good thing for you to do.
Oh, it was fantastic. I learned a lot. I learned how to not get my jokes on the air, and I learned a lot about humility.
And nothing tips off a broad.
Well, guys, we know the Sixers are one of the top.
Great stuff, David. Thanks. There was a Rookie of the Year debate, certainly, concerning Ben Simmons of the Philadelphia 76ers, who had missed a year, then came back. Many people questioning the rules that classify you as a rookie. Did that aspect bother you if you voted for him or not?
I voted for him. It did bother me a little bit, but the rules said he was a rookie. The thing that bothers me is I think he could have come back the year before, and I think they shelved him for the last 6 weeks or so. So, you know, you compare that he got to be in an organization and travel and get a feel for the NBA lifestyle for the year. And Donovan Mitchell was like in class at Louisville, hopefully, playing a college schedule and not working out with the best trainers every day and all this stuff, and just going right from there to the pros. I do think Donovan Mitchell has a case. It would be a case I would make if I was Donovan Mitchell. But by the rules, Ben Simmons was a rookie.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with AI. And it's Allen in at the 5, down low. Down low, here's Marjanovic, and good off the lead pass that time. And on the topic of Ben Simmons, he was really sensational in his first full season in the league.
Oh my God, I voted for him for third team All-NBA, I think, or second team. I thought the last 6 weeks he was absolutely spectacular and really put it together. And then when you get to the playoffs, teams can scheme you a little bit differently. The Celtics really figured out a way to fluster him. Everyone talks about how he has to learn an outside shot. For me, it's much more important for him to the 8 to 10 foot shot and the little spin moves and the little in transition and, oh, I was going to the basket and there's a guy in front of me. Now let me do my little baby sky hook that like Magic Johnson had. He needs the 8 to 10 feet moves way more than he needs the 3-point shot. The Celtics were putting a little wall on the fast breaks, and he just didn't have the inside-outside game to figure out what to do. I want to see him get better at that.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
The 76ers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Simmons. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You just have to be more careful with Simmons. So brilliant at throwing the D off guard.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only one ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them, and they won the title.
How old were you in 72?
So I was 4.
4 years ago.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. Was probably the most famous NBA game ever. The kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. The triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
Passes it to Reddick. Now here's Marjanovic, and stolen by Russell. AI outside. Outside Russell. Back to AI. That one off the back iron and out.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
It's good.
Well, this guy is so good at exploiting the holes in the defense and getting inside. Jimmy Butler, high percentage finish.
Russell kicks to Ilgauskas. Here's LeVert, covered by Reddick. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Ilgauskas missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Reddick surveying the D. Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hissy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
A nice form on that hook shot there.
Brooklyn trailing. Outside, Russell. To the inside. Here's Ilgauskas. Lays it up and banks it in.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Neither team wants to give an inch. This is fun. Both teams trying desperately to seize the momentum.
Here's Simmons. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot. Here's Russell. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Dishes it to Ilgauskas. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And Simmons kicks to Redick. Back to Simmons. Goes to the reverse layup and banks it in. Simmons got 9.
Off to a fantastic start. He's 4 for 5. Watch out.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Philadelphia making a change here. Monroe's checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie's checked in for Damari Carroll. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. AI outside. Pulls up. Here's Allen. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. 6 points for him.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
Redick finds Harris. Back to Redick. Bill, several of your books have been bestsellers. How did it feel to see your work so well received around the world?
I think I was really happy that the basketball book did well because I spent a long time writing it, and it was 700 pages. And when it got mailed to me, it was so big, I thought people would just be terrified of it. And, you know, it turns out,
they embraced the
yeah,
size.
I think they did. They liked it. I designed it for people to be able to put on their toilet or bring on an airplane or whatever they want to do with it. But I was always amazed that there wasn't a basketball book that tried to kind of group all these other books and some of the opinions and all the misinformation. Like the fact that, honestly, the reason I wanted to write the book was just that people thought Wilt Chamberlain was better than Bill Russell. And yet every single thing written in the 60s was that Bill Russell was better. And all the players would say Bill Russell was better. And when they played together, Bill Russell's team won. So it's like, how do we get to the point where people think Wilt Chamberlain was better? So it was that and some other stuff that made me want to write the book.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Amir Johnson's checked in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons.
That will sting a little bit, failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Harris against Butler. Harris outside. At the elbow, it's Allen. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 8 points for Allen.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Well, their passage to McConnell. Pass to Johnson. Korkmaz kicks to McConnell. Three-pointer on the way. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ilgauskas dishes to Napier. At the elbow, it's Allen. Here's Dinwiddie. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's a 4-point Nets lead.
A great size at the point guard position. Dinwiddie, fantastic, getting into the paint and making the defense pay.
McConnell scanning the floor. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Traps in the tray. Butler's got 5 now. Bill, the way that super teams are being put together right now, good or bad for the league?
I'm confused. I have been watching this league since I was a kid. We've always had super teams. there's never been an era where we didn't. What do people think the Jordan era Bulls were, and what do they think the Shaq, Kobe Lakers were? This is how the league is. I think what bothers people this time around specifically is that the Warriors won 73 games and they added Kevin Durant. Now, I get it. I get why it bothers people. On the other hand, your job as a franchise is to tilt the competitive advantage in any way you can toward your favor. They did a great job building their team. They did a great job building enough cap space for this year that everybody knew was coming, the summer of 2016. We knew the cap was going to jump, and they played it perfectly, and they got Kevin Durant out of it. He played it perfectly, too. He was on a team. He wasn't going to win the title in OKC. He wasn't going to win the title playing with Westbrook. Not to sound like a Durant apologist, but he wants to win a title and beat LeBron James. If you're going to do that, you're going to try to get on the best possible team you can.
From 13 to the middle, and Monroe kicks to McConnell. Charity stripe shot. Brooklyn with the rebound. And Bill, we were discussing how teams are constructed in recent years. The changes in 2016 to cap space. How Kevin Durant landed with the Warriors.
I see the analogy that, it's like stacking a pickup game and just grabbing the best 4 guys and just beating people on a pickup court for 4 hours. But that's the thing, the league isn't a pickup game. The league, everyone operates by the same rules. And the Warriors,
everybody had a shot at him.
Everyone had a shot. The Celtics had a shot. He didn't even want to interview with the Lakers. The Knicks had cap space. They didn't have a chance. The Wizards had cap space. He was from Maryland. Didn't want to go there. So, I think the Warriors should get a little more credit for how smart they were over there.
Ennis, who's checked in for Butler. Davis is checked in for Brooklyn. And stolen by Ilgauskas. And the pass to Napier. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Napier's got his first points in this one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Monroe. Back to McConnell. And it's Monroe at the elbow. For Davis. Another miss by Philadelphia.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Ilgauskas. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And it's a 10-point Brooklyn lead.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
6 to shoot. Here's Ennis. Will it go? And McConnell gets it to go. McConnell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Ilgauskas. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
And so it's Brooklyn in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back to the action after this word. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels hearing your name in trade rumors.
Feelings are different for everybody, to tell you the truth. For me,
staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far, and I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Philadelphia. You've got Ennis. T.J. McConnell is out there with Korkmaz. Then it's Greg Monroe. And it's Johnson in at the 4. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Knicks was outstanding. He scored 35 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. He showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Well, that was an elite performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down. He had an answer for everything.
Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, WNBA, the G League. Pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check. As
Sign
Rasheed
me
Wallace
up.
would say, CTC. Cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Here's McConnell, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. From deep three-point range, Ennis misses.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Up again. It's good on the putback. Karuch has got his first points of the game.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Monroe. And so it's Monroe with it, bringing it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Butler finds Monroe. Over Harris. Johnson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, good thing he hit the weight room, because Amir Johnson exerting his strength to come up with these second chance opportunities.
Pass to Allen. Back to Napier. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Ilgauskas. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Philadelphia's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's McConnell. Tries again. It's another look. The shot will not fall. The Nets go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
There's 1:26 left here in the second. Monroe against Allen. And here's McConnell. Misses off the right iron.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Well, we want to thank the sports guy for being here. Enlightening as always. Bill, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I hope my son was impressed. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm sure he was. Door is always a spirited discussion when Bill's involved. Not afraid to share his personal views.
Yes, Kevin, he has broken the internet once or twice. This guy is no stranger to controversy. But I will say this, he is passionate about the NBA.
Takes the three, and AI with the basket on the assist by Allen. Allen's got his third assist on the night. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. McConnell kicks to Johnson. Pass to Butler. to 5 on the shot clock. McConnell in the corner. From beyond the arc, it's hauled in by Harris. And the Nets shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. And the basket by Napier.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go, that's their philosophy.
And Butler gets it to go.
Well, just another thing to like about Jimmy Butler, the development of the catch and shoot game.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Nets running away with it. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
You just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been poor.
Brett, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from AI.
And through the first two quarters, he was dynamite from beyond.
Now, I think, Greg, the key was the team was looking for him, right? They knew they had a hot hand, and they just kept going to him.
Setting the floor for the Nets. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Allen is out there with AI. And it's Napier in at the point guard position. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
Philadelphia has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Here's Simmons, and he uses the glass on the layup. Simmons got 15 points.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
AI left side. From the corner. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 6 assists now in the game. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Kicks to Simmons. They get it back. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. They get a hand on it. Butler with the steal. And the wide open shot from Redick. Off target with his 3. Net shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. Now here's Napier. He's tightly guarded. Johnson against Ilgauskas. Here's Carroll. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Simmons kicks to Redick. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And Simmons is a purebred scorer, a dominant offensive talent who can score in so many ways.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now an update on Tobias Harris from Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. He's definitely out for this game, and they said there's a chance he could miss a few more games as well, which is not what they need right now. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you for the update. I know we're all interested in what his status is.
And it might be a tough road back for him. I mean, but one thing's for sure, he will be back.
Well, we know this. The guy's a fighter. I'm sure nobody's more disappointed than he is to have to go through this. But I am sure this guy will work every day to get back as quick as possible.
Paper kicks to Ilgauskas. Here's LeVert, covered by Reddick. Back to AI. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Reddick passes to Simmons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury. Boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
Ennis, he's checked in for the 76ers. Well, you just have to admire the job that this Nets front office has done to improve the roster.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, they have taken on bad contracts in an attempt to gather assets. They have found talents like Spencer Dinwiddie who were passed up by other teams. So even though they didn't have a ton to work with, the team has kept pace with their improvement.
Simmons off the left rim and out. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. AI outside to the paint. It's stolen by Johnson. Simmons feeling it out a bit. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. Look at Philadelphia. They're still riding with the middle of the pack, but trending upward.
And I think the Nets, they've come out with a vengeance. I don't care what anyone said about them or their chances to start the year. Now let's see if they can maintain this momentum.
And it falls over the rim and in. 35 points for AI.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Simmons against Russell. Another miss by Philadelphia.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
All sorts of time. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Back to Simmons, and they get it, and Simmons slams it in.
And the vertical of Simmons, an extraordinary dunker when given the chance to shine.
Simmons against Russell. Outside, Davis. In the corner, it's AI. Misses the 3.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Butler finds Reddick. Simmons on the wing. That one off the back iron and out.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
LeVert, good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Simmons. Back to Ennis. Butler in the corner. Shot clock at 6. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Butler's got 14.
Under duress of the shot clock. Great awareness by Jimmy Butler.
It's Russell with the drive. Count it.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Monroe's checked in for Johnson. Korkmaz comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for James Ennis. And then for Brooklyn, Harris is checked in for Caruch. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Here's Simmons. And he drops it in from the low post. Simmons got 12 now in this quarter.
Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
Dinwiddie kicks to Russell. AI outside. And it's blocked by Simmons.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
Takes the 13-footer. Korkmaz passes to Simmons. The kick outside to Butler. At 3 off the mark.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 out of 12 now.
An absolute menace in transition. Jimmy Butler puts it home.
Monroe against Russell. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Now, here's McConnell. He's guarded by Russell. Butler against Harris. Here's Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Simmons got 14 points now in the second half.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Outside, Russell. On the wing, Harris. He feeds it to Ilgauskas. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Ilgauskas has got 37.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
McConnell finds Butler. Outside, Simmons. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Now off the inbound. It's hauled in by Harris. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. Here's Dinwiddie. 14 points for him. Harris kicks to Ilgauskas. Dinwiddie passes to Ilgauskas. And it's in there. Ilgauskas has got 39.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Now the pass to Korkmaz. Butler against Harris. Now here's Butler. D right on him. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. To the left side wing. Davis dishes to Dinwiddie. Can't hit that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. 1:06 left here in the third quarter. Here's Simmons. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Dinwiddie. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's Ilgauskas. Tries again. In deep. Davis drops it in. Davis has got his first basket of the night.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Boy, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Ilgauskas, good.
Ooh, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Monroe finds Simmons, and he banks in the layup. Simmons got 31.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Outside, Russell. AI outside. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a...
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.